Almost 100,000 people watched my last video.
Watching is not money, my daughter. It will not feed you.
I will leave this house and go to Lagos. I will become an actress. I have to try.
Some people work their whole life just to make their family proud. Adaeze did that. She left her village with nothing. She built something beautiful. She sent money home every single month without fail. And one evening, she sat at her brother's table, ate his food, and never woke up again. This is her story. Her name was Adaeze. She was 22 years old. She lived in a small village in Enugu State, Nigeria. She shared a small mud wall house with her mother, Mama Kioma, her father, Papa Emeka, and her elder brother, Ikenna. They did not have much money, but they had each other. Adaeze had one big dream. She wanted to be an actress. She wanted to act in films. She wanted to make people feel things when they watched her on a screen. One day, a friend showed her TikTok on an old phone. Adaeze started posting short dance videos. She danced to Afro beats. She danced in the yard at sunset. She danced like the whole world was watching, and slowly the whole world started to watch. One evening, Mama Kioma sat beside her on the mat outside. She looked at the phone in Adaeze's hand and then looked at her daughter's face. Adaeze, her mother said quietly, this dancing on the internet.
Mama, people are watching me. Almost 100,000 people saw my last video.
Adaeze, what is the plan? How will this feed you?
But it is a start. Every big actress started somewhere.
Watching is not money. Watching does not pay school fees. Watching does not buy medicine.
Her mother looked at her for a long time, then she shook her head slowly and went back inside. She did not say another word that night. Papa Emeka said nothing at all. In their home, his silence always meant more than any words. Then there was Ikenna. He was 28, the elder brother. He had gone to the city to find work 2 years ago. Things had not gone well. He had come back to the village with no job and no plan. He sat around the house and did not say much about it. One afternoon, Ikenna walked past Adaeze while she was filming herself in the yard. He stopped and watched her for a moment. Then he spoke.
Stop this nonsense. You are embarrassing this family.
I am not doing anything wrong.
You are putting yourself on the internet for strangers. Have you no respect for yourself? For us?
Ikenna, I dance. That is all. I'm not hurting anyone.
I'm telling you to stop. I'm your elder brother.
Adaeze looked at him. She was not angry. She was just clear. I hear you, she said, but I will not stop. She turned back to her phone and kept recording. Ikenna walked away. Neither of them said anything more that evening. The next morning, one of the older neighbor women, Mama Nkechi, stopped Adaeze at the gate.
At your age, find a husband, not dance on the phone for people to laugh.
I am just sharing something I love.
What will people say?
Some people are watching and loving it. I choose to focus on those ones.
Mama Nkechi hissed and walked away. Adaeze watched her go, took a breath and went back inside. Every evening after chores, Adaeze picked up that phone and kept going. She found good light. She picked the right song. She danced until she felt free. Then she posted the video and went to sleep. It was a small daily act of faith, and she held on to it with both hands. His name was Emeka. He was 24 years old. His father was a carpenter in the same village. Emeka was calm and steady. He listened when people talked. He did not rush. He did not judge. Adaeze had seen him many times before, but never really noticed him. Then one night, the lights went out at a community gathering. People sat together in the dark and talked by lamplight. Adaeze sat next to Emeka by chance. They started talking.
I have seen your videos, the dancing ones.
And, let me guess, you think it is a waste of time?
No, I think you are very good. What are you trying to become?
Nobody has ever asked me that before. Not like that, not with real interest. I want to act. I want to be in films, play different characters, and tell stories that make people something deep inside.
That's a beautiful dream, Adaeze. Like what kind of stories?
Stories about real people. About women who fight for their lives. About families that break apart and come back together.
About think you believe these stories?
I do.
I think you can do it.
Those 5 words meant everything to her. They spent more time together after that night. They took evening walks. They talked about small things and big things. After about a year, with the blessing of both families, they got married. The wedding was small but full of joy. Adaeze wore orange and gold. There was food and music and laughter. A year later, they had a son. They named him Tobachukwu, but everyone called him Toba. He was a healthy, happy baby with his father's calm face and his mother's busy little hands. For a short time, life felt good and whole. Adaeze still posted videos. She still had her dream. She had a baby she loved. She had a husband who believed in her. One afternoon, Emeka sat with her while Tobe slept between them on the mat. "When will you go to Lagos?" he asked. She looked at him. "You still think I should go?" "Yes," he said. "You have a gift. Lagos is where it can grow. I will manage here with Toby until you are ready for us to come." "What if it takes too long?" she asked. "What if I fail?" "Then you come home and we try something else," he said. "But I do not think you will fail." She looked at her husband and felt grateful for him. That conversation stayed with her for a long time. But things were about to change, and Adaeze had no idea it was coming. Toby was 8 months old when Adaeze started to feel that something was wrong. Emeka came home late some nights. He put his phone face down when she walked into the room. He seemed far away, even when he was sitting right next to her. Adaeze told herself to be patient. She told herself she was imagining things, but she was not imagining things. One morning, she found out the truth. She did not find it in a big dramatic scene. She heard something she was not meant to hear. She put the pieces together quietly, and then she understood. That evening, she sat across from Emeka at the small table in their room. She looked at him for a long moment. Then she spoke.
Emeka, I need you to tell me the truth. Look at me, please.
He looked up. His eyes told her everything before his mouth did. "I am sorry," he said finally. "Adaeze, I am truly sorry." "How long?" she asked. "Several months," he said quietly. Adaeze said nothing more that night. She picked up Toby and held him and sat by the window until morning. She went to older women in the village for advice. One elder woman, Mama Ugochi, sat with her and held her hands. "Stay, my daughter," Mama Ugochi said gently. "Marriage is hard. Men make mistakes. You must hold the home together for your son." "But Mama Ugochi," Adaeze said, "how do I trust him again? How do I act like everything is fine when it is not?" "With time," the old woman said, "with prayer, with patience." Adaeze listened with full respect. She knew Mama Ugochi spoke from her own life and her own hard choices. But deep inside, Adaeze also knew that she had to make her own decision. She spent many evenings sitting with Tobe thinking. She prayed. She wrote things in a small notebook. She thought about what kind of life she wanted to show her son. One night she whispered to Toby as he slept, "I will not let you grow up watching me be broken. I will show you what it looks like to be brave." She made her decision. She was going to Lagos. She was going to start her acting career. She was going to build something real for herself and for her son. Adaeze left for Lagos on a Tuesday morning. She packed one bag. She had her phone, a photo of Toby in her wallet, and the address of a distant aunt who had agreed to let her stay for 1 month. Leaving Toby was the hardest part. She left him in the care of her mother with a clear promise to come back for him as soon as she had built something stable. She stood at the compound gate and looked at her sleeping baby one last time.
I will come back for you, and when I do, I will have something real to show you.
Lagos was loud and big and nothing like the village. Within the first week, she enrolled in an acting workshop run by a small theatre group. The teacher was a woman named Mrs. Aksua Asante. She had been in theatre for 20 years. After their third class, Mrs. Asante pulled Adaeze aside. "Can I tell you something honest?" Mrs. Asante said. "Please," Adaeze said, "your face tells the truth even when the words do not. That is very rare. Most actors fake it. You do not fake it. You feel it. Protect that." "Thank you," Adaeze said. Her voice was steady, but her heart was full. "Do not thank me," Mrs. Asante said with a small smile. "Just keep working." Adaeze kept working. During the days, she took any small job she could find. She did background work on film sets. She appeared in a music video. She did photo shoots for small brands. One day, on a small film set, an older actress named Bisi sat next to Adaeze during a break. "You are new," Bisi said. Yes, is it that obvious? Adaeze asked. A little, BC smiled. Where are you from? Enugu, a small village. Ha! BC clapped her hands.
Village girl in Lagos, the best kind.
Do not let this city make you feel small. Thank you. I will remember that.
Every job taught her something. Every job added something to her name. She kept posting on TikTok. Her audience grew, brands started to reach out. Small paid deals came in. Every month without fail, she sent money home to her parents. One evening, she called her mother from her small apartment. Mama, how is everyone? Adaeze asked. We are fine, my daughter. Your father's medicine is finished. I wanted to buy more, but the money is short this week. I will send it tonight, Mama. Do not worry. You are a good daughter, Adaeze, her mother said softly. I am sorry I did not believe in you more. Adaeze was quiet for a moment. It is okay, Mama, she said. You were scared for me. I understand that now. She hung up and sat by the window. Lagos was noisy and bright outside, but inside her small room she felt a deep, steady joy. She was building something real. She was doing it for herself. She was doing it for the people she loved. In her second year in Lagos, a big chance came. A film company was casting for a new project. The film was about a young Nigerian woman finding her place between tradition and modern life. The casting director had been watching Adaeze's TikTok quietly for months. He called her in for an audition. She prepared for 10 days. She read the script until the pages were soft at the edges. She called Mrs. Asante, who gave her advice over the phone. I am nervous, Adaeze told her. What if I freeze? You will not freeze, Mrs. Asante said. But if you do, breathe and start again. The camera is not your enemy. It is just a witness. Let it witness the truth. What if they do not choose me? Then you will learn from it and try again, Mrs. Asante said simply. But Adaeze, I think they will choose you. I truly do. On the morning of the audition, Adaeze woke up early. She dressed simply. She ate a small breakfast. She looked at Tobe's photo on her phone and then she left. She got the role. The film was called Where the River Bends. When it came out, people loved it. Reviewers wrote about the natural, honest performance of a new actress named Adaeze Obi. The film was picked up by a streaming platform and watched by people all across Africa and beyond. Overnight, everything changed. Agencies called. Brands offered deals. Her following crossed 500,000. She brought Toby to Lagos and put him in a good school. She hired a kind woman to care for him on filming days. She sent more money home every month. Her father stopped farming. Her mother got medical checkups she had skipped for years. The family compound was fixed up with new walls, a new gate, and proper electricity. Back in the village, people who had once shaken their heads now spoke her name with pride. One afternoon, Mama Kioma called Adaeze with excitement in her voice.
Adaeze, your Auntie Grace just called me. She saw your film on her television in Abuja.
She said everyone in her house was watching and they did not know she was your auntie. When she told them, they screamed. Mama, Adaeze laughed, that is too funny. I am so proud of you, her mother said. Her voice was full and warm. I am so very proud of you, my daughter. Adaeze held the phone to her chest for a moment after the call ended. Those words from her mother were worth more than any review, but Ikenna said very little. He was 30 years old, still in the village. His plans had all failed. He lived on the money Adaeze sent home. He watched the compound get fixed with her money. He heard her name in every conversation. And something dark and painful began to grow inside him, slowly, quietly, like a weed nobody noticed. Adaeze had been in Lagos for almost 3 years. She missed her parents deeply. She missed the slow village evenings. She missed sitting outside and hearing nothing but crickets and wind. Then one afternoon, Ikenna called her.
Adaeze, how are you, my sister?
Ikenna, how are you? How is everyone at home?
I am fine. We are all fine. I was thinking you have not been home in a long time. Mama misses you. Papa talks about you every day. Come and visit. Just a few days. Come and rest.
Adaeze felt something soft move in her chest. She and Ikenna had not spoken warmly in a very long time. Their calls had been short and polite, nothing real. She had always hoped that one day things would go back to how they were when they were children.
Ikenna, are we okay? You and me?
Yeah,
Of course, you are my sister. Come home. We need to spend time together.
Mama will cook. I miss her cooking so much, and I miss you all.
She has already started planning your favorite food and drinks.
Okay, I will come on Saturday.
She hung up and sat quietly for a moment. She thought about Ikenna as a child. She remembered how he used to carry her on his back when she was very small. She remembered how he brought her sugarcane from the market. She remembered laughing together in the yard. Families could find their way back to each other. She believed that. She wanted to believe that. Because of her filming schedule, she left Toby with a trusted friend in Lagos. She packed a small bag, set an alarm for early morning, and went to sleep with a smile on her face. The compound looked beautiful, new pale yellow walls, a strong iron gate, a neat garden at the front. Adaeze had helped pay for all of this, but seeing it with her own eyes made her heart feel full. Her mother was waiting at the gate. They held each other for a long time without speaking.
You are too thin.
I am fine, Mama.
No, you are too thin. Come and eat.
I have been cooking since this morning. Papa Emeka walked out slowly and hugged his daughter with his big, quiet hands. He said only her name. Adaeze, he said. Papa, she answered. That was enough. Ikenna greeted her at the door with a hug and a warm smile. He carried her bag inside. He seemed relaxed and happy to see her. There was nothing strange about him. The afternoon was slow and peaceful. Mama Kioma brought out plates of food she had been cooking since morning. Egusi soup, jollof rice, fried plantain. The smell filled the whole house. They sat together and talked easily. Adaeze told them about Tobe's school. She told them about her new film project. Papa Emeka asked questions. He had never asked many questions before. It made her smile.
This new film, will it be on the big platform again? The one we can watch on the phone?
Yes, Papa. And I will make sure you have the password this time.
He smiled. It was a rare thing, her father's full smile. She kept it in her heart. After lunch, Papa fell asleep in his chair, just as he always did. Adaeze sat and watched him sleep and felt a clean, simple love for this man who had never quite known how to say he was proud of her. In the early evening, Ikenna sat with her on the small porch. He asked about her work. He asked about Toby. He seemed interested. He seemed like the old Ikenna.
I watch your films sometimes.
You do?
Yes, you are very good, Adaeze.
She did not know what to say. She had waited a long time to hear those words from him. Thank you, Ikenna, she said softly. That evening, Ikenna said he wanted to cook dinner. He said he had been learning to cook and wanted to do something for the family. He made ofe onugbu soup with stockfish, the same dish their mother had made when they were children. He carried a bowl carefully to Adaeze and set it in front of her with a smile.
Eat. It is good, I promise.
Okay, I trust you.
She picked up her spoon. The soup smelled like home. She tasted it. It was warm and rich and full of the flavor she remembered from childhood. She had no idea what else Ikenna had put in it. After dinner, they watched television together. Mama laughed at a funny show. Papa made a dry comment in Igbo that made everyone smile. It was one of the most ordinary evenings Adaeze had spent in years. She went to bed feeling peaceful and full of quiet happiness. Around midnight, Adaeze woke up feeling very sick. Her stomach hurt badly. She told herself it was the travel. She told herself it would pass. She lay back down. But the pain got worse fast. Her whole body felt very wrong. She called out.
Mama, something is wrong!
Mama Kioma came running. One look at her daughter's face, and she shouted for Papa Emeka. He ran in, saw Adaeze, and immediately sent for their neighbor, who owned a car. We need to go now, Papa said. His voice was firm, but his hands were shaking. I am with you, Mama Kioma said to Adaeze, holding her hand tightly. I am right here. Do not be afraid. They drove to the nearest hospital as fast as they could. Mama Kioma held Adaeze's hand the whole way and did not let go. At the hospital, the doctors worked quickly. They ran tests. They worked through the night. Within a few hours, they knew that something harmful had entered Adaeze's body, something that should not have been there. Mama Kioma prayed out loud. She did not stop. God, please, she said over and over. Please, not my daughter. Please. Papa Emeka stood in the hallway, very still. He stood like a man who was holding himself together with both hands. The doctors did everything they could. One of the doctors came out and spoke to Papa Emeka in the hallway. Papa listened. He nodded very slowly. The doctor put a hand on his shoulder. Papa did not move. He just stood there like a tree in still air. Mama Kioma came out of the room and looked at her husband's face. She read it immediately. She shook her head. No, she said. No. Papa held her. He did not say a word. There was nothing to say. But Adaeze did not wake up again. She passed away before the sun came up. She was 27 years old. The police investigated carefully. They found that the soup Ikenna had cooked had something harmful put in it on purpose. Ikenna was taken in by the police. In the weeks that followed, a sad picture became clear. Ikenna had been struggling deeply for a long time, not just with money, but with himself. He had watched his younger sister build a big life while he was still stuck. He had watched respect flow toward her. He had lived off her money every month. And instead of talking about his pain, instead of asking for help, instead of finding a new way forward, he had kept it all inside. And the pain had grown and grown until it turned into something terrible. Adaeze had wanted to be an actress. She had wanted to tell stories. She had wanted her son to be proud of her. She had wanted to show that a girl from a poor village with mud walls could build something beautiful out of very little. She did all of that. The days after Adaeze's death moved slowly, like time itself was wounded. Mama Kioma did not cry at first. She sat on a low stool in the compound and stared at the ground, holding Adaeze's scarf in her hands. Papa Emeka walked from room to room, touching walls, chairs, and doorframes, as if he might find his daughter hiding inside them. The house that once echoed with laughter became quiet and heavy. The parents did not forgive Ikenna, not once, not in anger, not in prayer, not in silence. When the police took him away, Mama Kioma turned her face from him. Papa Emeka said only one sentence to his son. "You have buried yourself with your own hands." After that, he said nothing again. Ikenna was sentenced to prison. The village gathered to hear the judgment. Some people cried, some people shook their heads, some people whispered about jealousy and evil spirits. But Adaeze's parents did not attend. They stayed home, sitting together, holding on to each other, learning how to breathe in a world without their daughter. News of Adaeze's death spread fast, faster than anyone expected. Her followers woke up to messages they could not believe. Videos flooded the internet, clips of her dancing, scenes from her films, old interviews where she spoke about dreams, fear, and courage. People cried for a woman they had never met but felt they knew. Money began to arrive, small amounts, large amounts, notes filled with prayers and broken hearts. Strangers sent messages to Mama Kioma calling her Mother of our Star. People sent clothes for Toba, school fees, food, words of comfort. The love was overwhelming. Toby was only 4 years old. He asked for his mother every morning. Mama Kioma learned to answer without breaking. She became mother again, this time to a grieving child. She braided Toby's hair, she walked him to school, she told him stories about his mother.
Your mama was brave. She danced even when people laughed. She loved you more than her own breath.
At night, when Toby slept, Mama Kioma cried alone. Time did not heal everything, but it softened the sharpest edges. 2 years after Adaeze's death, a film was released. It was called Dancing Through Fire. It told the story of a young village girl who followed her dream, faced betrayal, and still chose courage. The producers said it was inspired by real life. Everyone knew whose life it was. The premiere was held in Lagos. Mama Kioma and Papa Emeka did not attend. They watched it later on a small television, sitting close together. Mama Kioma cried quietly. Papa Emeka wiped his eyes once and said, "She did not die for nothing." The film became popular. Schools discussed it. Churches mentioned it. Young girls quoted lines from it online. Adaeze's name lived on, louder than ever. In a strange way, her dream was fulfilled after she was gone. Toby grew. He learned to read. He learned to ask hard questions. One evening, he looked at his grandmother and asked,
"Who hurt my mama?
Someone who was sick and starved.
I will not forget how to love."
Mama Kioma smiled through tears. Adaeze's story ended too early. She deserved more years, more films, more mornings watching Toby grow up. But what she built in the time she had was fully and entirely hers.
My children, you have heard my daughter Adaeze's story. She danced when the world told her to sit down. Tell me, would you have supported her dream or stopped her like many did?
And if pain is growing quietly inside someone you love, will you stay silent? Speak before it turns dangerous.
Talk to me in the comments. Let my daughter's story not end in silence.
Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Take care. Until next time.